Have you ever wondered about the true origin of the word alcohol? It's not what you think. Many believe it comes from the Arabic alcohol, meaning a fine powder used as eyeliner, but a more esoteric interpretation suggests a different root. Olgal, which translates to body-eating, spirit, or spirit taker. This ancient term appears in old texts to describe a supernatural entity that preys on the living, consuming their life force. So, when we talk about spirits in a bottle, are we referring to something more literal than we realize? Could the word itself be a warning, hidden in plain sight, about the spiritual dangers of consumption? Let's journey back in time. The process of distillation, which creates high-proof alcohol, was refined in the medieval Islamic world by alchemists like Jabir ibn Hayyan. They weren't making beverages for parties. They were on a quest to find the spirit or essence of a substance. They believed that by heating wine, they could capture its volatile soul. This spiritus, as it was called in Latin, was considered a magical elixir, a potent substance that could alter consciousness and reveal hidden realities. It was used in rituals, medicine, and alchemical experiments aimed at transforming not just metals, but the human soul itself. These alchemists documented the effects of this captured spirit. They noted how it could induce euphoria, but also lead to a loss of control, a disconnection from one's rational mind. It was a powerful tool, capable of both healing and destruction. Paracelsus, a famous 16th century physician and alchemist, wrote extensively about the spirit of wine. He saw it as a double-edged sword. On one hand, it could extract the medicinal properties of herb. On the other, its overconsumption could drown the light of reason and leave the body vulnerable. He believed that everything is poison. Only the dose makes it not a poison. But with alcohol, he hinted that the spiritual dose was far more sensitive than the physical one. Now, let's move from historical alchemy to esoteric philosophy. Many spiritual traditions, from ancient Gnosticism to modern esotericism, describe the human body as a vessel for the soul or higher consciousness. Our aura, or energy field, is seen as a protective shield, a luminous boundary that separates our personal energy from the surrounding spiritual environment. This field is maintained by our life force, our vitality, and our clarity of mind. It's what keeps us centered, grounded, and sovereign in our own being. According to these teachings, certain substances can weaken or create tears in this energetic shield. Alcohol is often cited as one of the most potent of these substances. When consumed, it is said to lower our vibrational frequency. Imagine your energy field as a tightly woven fabric of light. Alcohol, from this perspective, acts like a solvent, thinning and creating gaps in that fabric. When the aura is compromised, our natural spiritual defenses are down. We become more susceptible to external energetic influences. This is where the concept of olgol, the spirit taker, becomes eerily relevant. Mystics and clairvoyants across various cultures have described seeing what they call low-vibrational entities or astral parasites. These are said to be non-physical beings that exist in realms just outside our normal perception. They are drawn to chaotic, low-frequency energy, much like moths to a flame. When a person's aura is weakened by alcohol, It's as if an open invitation has been sent out into these unseen realms. These entities are said to attach themselves to a person's energy field, feeding off their life force. This isn't about demonic possession in the cinematic sense. It's more subtle. It can manifest as persistent negative thoughts, inexplicable mood swings, chronic fatigue, or a feeling of being not quite yourself. The initial euphoria of drinking gives way to a spiritual hangover, a draining of one's inner light. The individual might find themselves caught in cycles of addiction, not just because of the chemical hooks, but because these attachments can subtly influence their cravings, pushing them to consume more of the substance that keeps their energetic shield down. Think about the term intoxication. It literally means to be filled with a toxin, but esoterically, it implies being influenced by an external force that is not your own. When under the influence, a person's judgment is clouded, their inhibitions are lowered, and their connection to their higher self, their intuition, is severed. It's in this state of disconnection that they are most vulnerable. The body becomes a hollow vessel, a house with its doors and windows wide open, allowing any passing influence to enter. This is why many spiritual practices, from yoga and meditation to shamanic traditions, either forbid the use of alcohol or use it only in highly controlled ceremonial contexts with spiritual protection. Now, we enter the realm of open hypothesis and modern interpretation. Let's consider the science. We know that alcohol is a depressant that directly affects the brain's chemistry. It impacts the prefrontal cortex, the seat of our judgment, and it disrupts the pineal gland, which is responsible for producing melatonin for sleep, but is also referred to by mystics as the third eye, our gateway to higher consciousness. Could the physiological effects of alcohol on the brain be the physical mechanism for the spiritual disconnection that esoteric traditions describe? Is the damage to the pineal gland a literal closing of our spiritual sight? Furthermore, consider the emotional and psychological states often associated with heavy drinking. People frequently report memory loss or blackouts where they have no recollection of their actions. From a spiritual perspective, where was their consciousness during that time? If the soul, the true I, was temporarily disconnected from the body, what was piloting the vessel? Is it possible that the body was operating on a form of autopilot, influenced by lower impulses or, as the esotericists suggest, by external energies that took advantage of the vacancy? What if the collective human experience of alcohol is a form of mass spiritual suppression in a world where we are constantly encouraged to unwind with a drink? Are we being subtly conditioned to keep our spiritual awareness and personal power at a low level? By regularly lowering our own vibration, we may be contributing to a collective field of low-frequency energy, making it harder for everyone to connect with their higher potential. This isn't a conspiracy theory, but a philosophical question about the unseen energetic consequences of our cultural norms. This isn't to condemn or judge. It is an invitation to observe. Observe your own energy before, during, and after consuming alcohol. Do you feel more connected to your true self or less? Do you feel uplifted and energized the next day, or drained and fragmented? Look beyond the temporary pleasure and examine the deeper, more lasting energetic cost. The word ego may not be a literal monster, but a powerful metaphor for the part of ourselves we lose, the vital energy we give away, each time we allow our spiritual defenses to fall. The true exploration isn't in ancient texts, but within your own experience. What are your thoughts on this? Have you ever had strange experiences or felt an energetic shift related to alcohol? Share your perspectives in the comments below. Let's explore this topic with open minds and deep curiosity. Thank you for joining this exploration into the unseen. If this conversation sparks something within you, please like this video, share it with someone who might find it intriguing, and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of our world. Stay curious.
If you love uncovering the truth, don't forget to subscribe. More hidden history is coming every week, only on History Uncovered.